Canada is a country full of beautiful places, unique animals, and rich cultures. It has 10 provinces and 3 territories. When we visit each province and territory, we meet new sights, tastes, sounds, smells, and sensations.
Hello, welcome back. I have finally hit 100 subscribers, and thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel and takes the time to watch the videos that I spend so much hard work and effort on. But here's your interview. So I'm interviewing Julia Sinke, who's my aunt. She's really the only author I actually could interview. So first of all, tell us what you write about.
Well, good morning, Micah. Yes, so I live in Canada. You live in the United States, correct? Yeah, so your mom's my sister. And about, I would say 8 years ago, 2017, I think, I had an idea of, I had been in every province in Canada. And I got an idea in my mind because I was thinking of how different each province is. So different cultures, different landscape, different foods. And so I wanted to share kind of with children the uniqueness of each province, but also the diversity of different experiences we have in our country. So I thought to do that by using our senses. So we see, we taste, we hear, we smell different things in different provinces. So that's how the idea kind of came to me. I just was thinking one day how cool it is to live in this country. And you'd have it in the United States too, because your country is so big. You have different, I mean, you've got mountains, right? You've got sea, you've got farmland, you've got, there's so much differences when you travel. So I just wanted to share with kids who maybe couldn't travel what they could experience in a different province in Canada, no different than what you could maybe do in the United States. So I approached my aunt, so your great aunt, because she loved to draw and paint and color. And so I asked her if she would work on this project with me and let's make a book. Let's put a book out. And she agreed, which was really fun to work with her. Her illustrations are fantastic. Let me show you just this one that she drew and colored. And then I've got one more behind here. So I worked with her on that project, and we wrote about and drew about the 10 provinces and 3 territories of Canada. And that was 2017. That was really fun to do. The book is kind of poetry in a way that it's a pattern of each province, and then we hear, we smell, we taste, we feel, etc. And that, yeah, so that was 2017. And then shortly after, I started thinking about my ancestors who came from the Netherlands, who immigrated to Canada, and the hard work that it really was to come here and learn a new language and settle into a new country. So shortly after, probably a year later or two, I got an idea to interview some people that were still alive who came to Canada in the shortly after World War II, 1950s. And I wrote their stories down. And then I didn't really do anything with that until 2 years ago. And so then I decided to put that into a children's story of a girl who immigrated when she's 5 years old in 1950 and what that would be like. And so then my aunt agreed to illustrate again, and then also my daughter, Abby, who's your cousin. So they worked together on a second book, which is called Anna's Big Adventure, a 1950s Canada immigration story. And then we published that and got it back last year, 2023, December, we got that book published. So yeah, that's kind of how those ideas came to me.
The second question was, when and why did you decide to start writing books? But I guess what you just said sort of answered it. So I'll move on to, what can you tell us about your upcoming book?
Oh, so book 3 is in the works. And it's called Canada and the Netherlands, a World War II story. So Canada and the Netherlands have a unique relationship because in World War II, the Dutch royal family was not safe in the Netherlands. They went to England, and then the Queen of the Netherlands sent her daughter and 2 granddaughters to Canada for safekeeping. So they came all the way to Canada, and actually a new princess was born. A 3rd daughter was born in Canada during World War II. So that's a really special story. It's the only time in Canada that a foreign flag flew on the Parliament buildings, is during World War II when a Dutch princess was born in Canada. So I've kind of known that fact, and I thought it was really cool. But then I learned something new last year, because we're ready 2025, that the Dutch government actually gave 100,000 tulip bulbs in gratitude after World War II, and they still give thousands of tulip bulbs each year to Canada. And it's been 80 years. This year will be 80 years since the liberation. And so that gift is ongoing, and the Tulip Festival in Ottawa has those tulips blooming every year. So that was a new thing that I learned, and I thought, okay, I'm going to ask some people if they know this. And a lot of people that I talked to didn't know the story. And so I thought, okay, now I've got a story for a 3rd book to share with children, this cool thing that the Dutch people do to show their gratitude to Canada. Not only did the Dutch royal family come here for safekeeping, so many young men, young women, soldiers went to Europe from Canada, to France, to Belgium, to the Netherlands, and liberated them from Nazi occupation. So we had their royal family coming here for safety, and then we had men and women sacrificing their lives for the freedom for the Dutch people. So I want to put that into a children's book, and to celebrate the courage and to celebrate the thankfulness that we have continuing 80 years after World War II.
All right. The next question is, will you write more books?
I think so, Micah. I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty cool to get your thoughts and ideas onto paper and then add illustration to it and then see it, in your hands in book form, right? So it's a really special thing. And I have an idea for a 4th book already. It's Canadian history, and it's World War I, which is Vimy Ridge in France. So the idea is there. So I would say, I think so, yes.
Okay. What is your experience with self-publishing?
Yeah, so the 2 books, Micah, are self-published through a publishing company in Victoria, so a Canadian publishing company. And actually, my husband found them in 2017 when we first started, so your Uncle Garrett. He just did a lot of researching online, and they were a good fit for us. I've worked with them now for the 2nd book as well. And then I'm working with them right now on the 3rd book. They have all the illustrations and all the words, and they're designing the interior draft for book number 3. So I own the rights. I have the books. They're mine. If I ever want to get them published through, if a publishing company would ever want to take them on, I have the rights to do that. So it gives a lot of freedom that way. And it just allows authors to publish what they want to publish, even if a publishing company doesn't take it on, but you want to market it yourself and you want to get your book, your thoughts and words in print, you have the ability to do that. So there's different packages that you pay for that you can get. And so you just need to see what the right fit for you is. And I get everything scanned in, like all the illustrations, and then I can upload it to a portal, and then they take that all and they design online, and then they send it back to me, and then we do get it. We get it printed through a different company that Tellwell works with, and it's been a great experience so far.
Okay. Why do you write about Canada?
Well, number one, I'm Canadian, so it's kind of what I know, and it's the history that I've studied. Now, having said that, it's possible that I could write about something else. Two of the books will be also about the Netherlands, because that's also my history. That's where my family is from, right? But I love to travel in the United States, so who knows? Maybe I'll write about a different country one day.
Okay. The next question was, will you ever write anything about beyond, Canadian stuff? But you sort of answered that one already, so.
Yeah, well, I'm a step ahead of you, Micah.
Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching it, please hit the like button. Farewell.